Good morning, YouTube family and friends, and those of you that just decided to stop by. I am about to do pigtails this morning. That's from corn, frying corn. I am going to use red peppers, red and yellow onions. I'm actually going to do saute. My vegetables are going to be a little stranger from yours because I'm actually trying to do it kind of stewy, soupy because I want to use my fufu with it. Yeah, I'm doing fufu with this. I'm eating fufu with this anyway. I'm going to show y'all the ingredients, right? I'm not the ingredients, the spices that I'm going to use, right? But let me say this. I have narrowed this down. I usually use a lot more spices than this, but I used this just this morning on frying some corn. And when I say that this right here, rock that whole pot, I'm going to majorly use this. When I transfer it out of just sauteing them, then we'll do the chicken broth. And I'm thinking about doing that in a crock pot. But right now, let me get them washed. Yes, I smell everything. I personally got tired of asking them for some extra of it, right? So, I said, I'm not asking them for anything else. I'm just going to go home and make it. It's oil and got a little bit of seasoning on it and some red pepper flakes. My opinion only. I don't know what they got in it. But I was pleased with what I came up with. We're going to have to use something a lot sharper than that if I got anything. Me testing my arm this morning, Jesus. These might not get broke down. I don't have that kind of, when I say, I don't cook them often, and I haven't cooked them in a long time. Now, I might have to get me a hammer. Let's see if this works. There we go. Good enough. So, yeah, I was like, whatever I feel like sometimes that I see, I don't care what it is somebody else makes. I feel like if I get partial of them ingredients, I can Google it and find out the rest. I kind of hate doing that like that because it might mess up my... We ain't really supposed to be using this wood anyway, are we? Clean it with some bleach. Move on. I like this one. That same cloth that you just washed that thing with, cleanse your hammer back. Because I keep this one most of the time right here in the kitchen anyway. I had a little one somewhere, but it's, as my mother used to say, it's the took legs and walked somewhere else. So, that little one though, we don't get the job done like that one with this swinging power. Anyway, let me add my okra and my red onion blend. That red pepper onion blend. I had some fresh, but before I realized I had fresh, I had already taken these out, so. Because y'all know I ain't afraid of the heat. You already seen me cut a red pepper up in there, so you already know that for me, the more heat, the better. I have not taken down the vinegar because when I put it in that crock pot, which that's what I'm going to do after I sear them a little bit in this pan, I'm going to put them in the crock pot and let them finish cooking. I'm going to put vinegar in it because I love the vinegar in things, especially pork, sometimes collard greens, salad. It's according to what I feel like that day. So I'll probably add that in raw. I hate to use up my one with the mother in it. So I think we're going to use this one because the mother and this don't matter. The mother, you know, is the stuff in the bottom, which I'll show you if you don't know what I'm talking about. And that's your apple cider vinegar with the mother. As you can see, it's got all the weird looking stuff in the bottom. You can look up what it is and the benefits of it. But most people use a different brand. I think it's Bragg's, but I'm good with White House. It's about probably $10 cheaper for this one. And realize that I had one up there. So as you can see, for me, some things are about the name. Now you can see some changes in a lot of things that you cook with. You may choose to stick with the brand. And there is some things that I will stick with the brand with. I'm not a cook anyway. I just get up here for my own sanity reasons. No, but where does big onion come from? I know I didn't put that in there, did I? Good gracious. Anyway, yeah, I don't get up here because I can cook. But kind of my journey. And I do have a few friends up here that we just chill. We come see what each other's doing. I get up here to encourage, talk about my Lord and Savior because that's how I live, breathe, and have this being. And my gratitude is major. So I get up here to share about that majorly. And there was a time, and I can't say the time is gone, I'll say that. The prayer, therapy, talking, that the majority of my conversation was about trauma. But a lot of that has changed because I don't want my whole platform to be about that. And I do have a place that I go, which is therapy, to talk about it. So sometimes when I want to talk about it here, I will. Sometimes I'll just come and do other things. Because guess what? It's my channel, just like you can make one and make it about whatever you want to make it about. Thank the Lord. I'm going to attempt to put these vegetables in here. This may be funny. I don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and put them in there just so I can use that same pan without dirtying up another one. Because I didn't start off with that deep pot that is over there. It's not deep enough to have all of it in there. See there? What I'm not going to do is, you think I'm not going to pick that up? I am. Let me tell you something. I really want to just try dumping it. Can I see it? Yeah, I think that'd be fine. don't change out the peppers every time. Sometimes I take the peppers out and put them in and use those too, not just the oil. But I rotate it. I actually have like 4 jars of it because I like spicy things. So I will put that in the back now because it just needs to sit there. And that's another jar that's already ready. I didn't put as much. And I think with the other one, I kept adding peppers to it versus taking some out. So it's like it's already one made. And I'll take them down sometimes, just take them up. Just a little bit. I don't feel like I'm not usually used to using a lot of adding salt to things. I usually like the seasoning. Do that. I'm going to add a little bit to this just because that jerk seasoning does not have a lot of sodium. It has enough in there, but it don't have. It's more flavorful. And you overheat and peppers cooking at the same time. That right there, And you use whatever salt you want, or don't use no salt at all. But I use pink Himalayan salt on everything. That's because now I can taste the difference in every other salt because I've used it so long. But I'll tell you something else that I've tried, but I haven't tried it on this. I'm not gonna try it today either. Black salt, right? Now this is the pink Himalayan, and that's the black salt. It kind of has a savory flavor to it that really, they say, goes well with eggs, and I might agree. You can put it on other things, but I think it goes well on eggs. Let me see if I can find it in here. It's still like Himalayan black salt, but it has a different taste to it. It's very nice, actually. I almost forgot. We cannot leave that out. Anything that you see, if you're interested in making anything that you ever see on my page, do it to your own taste, number one. As you can see, I like spicy. So, I'm not going to tell you to. I'm not going to use it, if you can't stand the heat. However, there's not very many peppers that's hot to me anymore, and there's no hot sauce. Except, there's a hotter than sauce by, let's see if I have one. By Texas Heat that is, I can taste that heat in that bottle. That hotter than something. And I'm pretty sure some of those reapers out there that that probably would get to me too. I have not found one yet, but I'm also not willing to go out here and try that hot chip challenge. No ma'am. I said I like hot sauce, not stuff that came from hell. Okay, I'm going to take them all off now because they're going to start popping grease. And yeah, I don't like that. As you can see, they are really nice and caramelized. Not every one of them. But we're not getting them done up here anyway. We're just getting them seared. Don't ask me why. I really don't know why you sear anything, to be honest with you. They say it locks in flavor. I don't really know that. Because I feel like I could put it in that oven. Or put it straight in that crock pot and possibly achieve the same thing. I don't know. But those of you that are cooks and chefs, you probably understand, excuse me, the reason why. Honestly, if they were tender enough, I could eat them just like this, but they're definitely not tender. No. So now when they come out of here, yeah. this bag I put in here, it's not a regular crock pot bag, right? I have been using the turkey cooker bags for years because number one, you get like a box, I think, of 100 from Amazon, and I think I've been doing this, I don't know, I probably had this box every bit 5 years, and I still got bags. I don't know what I paid for them, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't over $20. I don't know what they are now. But them bags that you buy and you get 2, 3, or 6, no ma'am, or the crock pot liners, I'm not doing that. I say this a lot. I like to clean up is not crazy. So back in the day when you had them frying pans, and, you know, just totally, and I still do have, what is it? No, the black frying pans though, the iron frying pans, they don't get messed up. I really need my son here if I'm going to use something like that because he pretty much knows how to put it back in a good shape so that it won't rust and all that, because I have had one crack on me. Let's see. And now we're going to put our chicken broth in. I'm hoping I don't have to add another one, even if I had to add a little bit of water. Just because I'm not going to use a whole one. And I don't like to keep them in the refrigerator for long because I don't use it that fast. And I can't see through here to see what's going on. It always smells like it smells good, but I can't see. So. All right. That's what we're doing for now. And to clean up with this bag, it's really, really thick. You see, it don't particularly fit. I don't always cut it, but I cut it on the 4 sides just so that it'll go down in there. You can protect the corners. However, you can put your food in there, just do a twist on it and put it down in there, and it cooks just the same and nothing happens. So I'm all about reasonable and making sense sometimes.